So in this latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, we finally got our first faster than light Dragon Ball Z character in the form of Dispo, one of the fighters from Universe 11. And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking, I thought Dragon Ball Z was already faster than light. But come to find out, that's not true. All these fan speculations, all these calculations, everything we've thought was true for the past ever isn't true. These guys are not faster than light. Dispo is clearly faster than Hit. Dispo is clearly faster than Goku. It got to the point where it was just ridiculous. He's faster than the fucking Omni King of all people. Like Zeno, who we thought was this all-powerful being. Every time we see Zeno in the Dragon Ball Z universe, he gets worse and worse and worse. Let's start off with the fact that there are two Zenos. That means they're both affected by Trunks' altering of the timeline. So they're not omnipresent or omnipotent because they're affected by time fluctuations, right? And now we see that they can't even keep up with faster than light speeds. And even, let's say Dispo is, let's for the sake of argument say Dispo is faster than light, right? Let's say Dispo is light speed and he can move 1,000 times faster, making him 1,000 times the speed of light. That's still unimpressive in the grand scheme of things. Like, people like Superman who are billions of times faster than light, or people like the Flash who are just as fast. It got me thinking, like, what is Super doing? Is Super seriously nerfing the Dragon Ball Z characters? And with damning canon evidence, like over the past few hours since the episode came out, all over the internet, people have been arguing and coming up with rational explanations, but you can't rationalize what's on the fucking screen. Like, you can't rationalize what they're telling us. These characters truly aren't as fast or as strong as we thought. This one literally shot on Hit and his time skip. Like, it got to the point where Hit couldn't even time skip. And if it was just Dispo being abnormally fast, that'd been one thing. But Dispo's faster than Champa, because Champa could not react or see Dispo moving the slightest. He's like, he had to ask Vados, did you see that? And I'm thinking, like, isn't Champa said to be like massively faster than light? And by virtue of Champa and Beerus being almost equals, if not equals, isn't Beerus about the same speed? So even the gods of destruction aren't as fast as Dispo, who is 1,000 times faster than light at the very minimum, if you want to call him light speed, if not less. Because I don't think he's light speed. I don't think any of the Dragon Ball Z characters are light speed. And this is the first time on panel in canon we've actually got a factual thing of light speed. Everything else has really been us as fans coming up with calculations to justify their speed, and then we make them light speed based on fan calculations and narratives that fit us. But this episode got me questioning the very hierarchy of power of Super. Omni King, not faster than light. Goku, not faster than light. Hit, not faster than light. Champa and Beerus, gods of destruction, not faster than light. I mean, granted, the angels are there. The angels could react and see him, and the Grand Priest had to create a slow motion device for Zeno, the god of all things. Let that sink in. The god of the multiverse of Dragon Ball Z is not massively faster than light. This is the same guy who has people like Beerus and Champa fear him, and he's not that fast. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what to think. I'm thinking that we've been had Dragon Ball Z wrong all these years. We've been putting them on this pedestal of power that they're not there yet. All these Goku versus Superman fights that we've been putting them in, they're not there yet. They're not even on the same scale as these characters. It's ridiculous. Dragon Ball Z in itself, I don't know, because their statements, like, people say they're faster than light. We fans thought so, but the show's telling us it's not. And I'm more than likely, and I'm one of those people who, while I love a series, I'm going to go with what's shown on panel and on screen. I'm not going to make up their fast enough. I'm not going to disregard the fact that the writers, the ones who actually make the canon of the story, are wrong. Like, I've been noticing on YouTube over the past, because I've been noticing over the past few hours on YouTube, people have been making their own videos explaining the situation, trying to say these super writers don't know what they're talking about. These super writers know more about what they're talking about than the average fan or the average YouTuber like myself who are making these videos. These are guys who are paid to write the mythology. Everything they write is actual canon to the series, even if it doesn't make sense. So that got me thinking, if Zeno is not that fast, okay, he can destroy a universe, but he can't destroy time, he can't destroy space. And before you even try to debate me on that, Goku used his time machine to go back into Zeno's wiped out future Trunks timeline, and Zeno was there, floating. So that time still exists, there's just nothing there. And that space still exists. And the fact that Goku could go there and talk to Zeno shows that there's at least some form of oxygen there at the same time. So it's really confusing. It's really weird. It's shitty Dragon Ball logic, but the same thing, that doesn't make it any less canon or any less factual. So that's it. The speed has been revealed. Dragon Ball Z characters are not massively faster than light. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me stop you right here. If you're gonna come to me with a calculation based on a thread that you're gonna post from a forum or some of the YouTubers, say that shit's for the birds. Don't mess with me with that shit. Like, show me on panel, on screen evidence to disprove this, because Super's canon and they're telling us they're not massively faster than light. So let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts on this episode and how nerfed, or how more, I want to say nerfed, but how more realistic the Dragon Ball Z characters got, and maybe they're not as powerful as we actually think they are. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.